Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1. On the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mkhwanazi. We are back. Here is that time, guys. I might have promised that Emil will be back here next week, which is this week. Unfortunately, guys, she is getting better, but it is taking time. And even if we wanted to bring her here, if the only thing that she uses is the one that is under attack, it becomes even more difficult for me or for her to actually work on this. But we trust that she's going to be here in no time. We hope, we trust that she's going to be here in no time. She's going to get better and better and better, and she's going to be able to come here and sit in her hot chair. But for now, we need to address what was addressed yesterday. We need to address it, and the roles and the wheels that are, in my opinion, already turning, the wheels that are already showing to attack or persecute Mkhwanazi. I will expand further to that. But let's go through the fellow South Africans. Now, this was a commission of inquiry into allegations regarding the law enforcement agencies. This is how it started. He said, "My fellow South Africans, I address you this evening on a matter that concerns the security of our country, the integrity of law enforcement agencies, and the safety of our people. Last Sunday, on the 6th of July 2025, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, the KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Commissioner of South African Police, held a media briefing in which he made public serious allegations about the existing and the operation of the sophisticated criminal syndicate that has allegedly infiltrated the law enforcement and the intelligence structures in South Africa." Just reading this paragraph and we pause. These are allegations that were made by Mkhwanazi. Okay. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi alleged that the Minister of the Police allegedly interfered with sensitive police investigations and colluded with the business people, including the murder accused, to disband the political killing task team based in KwaZulu-Natal. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi also said that the police investigation by the task team in Gauteng unmasked the syndicate controlled by the substance cartel, which involves politicians, law enforcement officials from SAPS, Metro Police, and correctional services, prosecutors, and the judiciary, as well as the business people. The allegations made in the briefing raises serious concerns around the constitution, the rule of law, and the national security. These allegations, if proven true, threatens to undermine the confidence of South Africa in the ability of South African police services to protect them and effectively fight crime and corruption. South Africans are concerned about the corruption and the rise of criminality in our country, which manifests itself in the killing of the innocent people, GBV, gang violence, kingpins, I think, construction mafia, criminality, and many others. As we intensify the fight against crime, it is vital that we safeguard the integrity of the credibility of the police and other law enforcement agencies. These allegations therefore call for an urgent and comprehensive investigation. One might be tempted to say we are still going well. Yes, to address these allegations and the implication of these allegations, I am establishing a judiciary commission of the inquiry chaired by the acting Deputy Chief Justice Mbuyiseni Madlanga. Now I have a problem right there. Just right there. Because isn't it is Madlanga who was on the media already defending and asking, in my opinion, Mkhwanazi to show the proofs and all that, and the sleeps and whatsoever that she might be looking for. I'm not sure about the choice of Madlanga per se. I'm not sure. I feel like if you already believe otherwise, it's going to be difficult to convince you to believe that maybe there's prima facie case or there's something to answer for in that commission of inquiry. But let's see. Justice Madlanga will be assisted by Advocate Sesi Baloyi and Advocate Sandile Khumalo. The commission will investigate allegations relating to infiltration of the law enforcement, intelligence, and associated institution within the criminal justice system by the criminal syndicate. Among the allegations that the commission may investigate are facilitation of the organized crime, suppression and manipulation of the investigation, inducement into criminal actions by the law enforcement leadership, intimidation, victimization, or targeted removal of the whistleblowers, officials resisting criminal influence. The commission will investigate the role of the current or former senior officials in certain institutions who may have aided or abated the alleged criminals in criminal activity failed to act on. The commission will the commission will investigate the role of the current or former senior official. This is the reputation. These institutions are South African Police Services, National Prosecuting Authority, State Security Agents, the Judiciary and Magistrates, and Metropolitan Police Departments of Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni and Tshwane. The Commission will also investigate whether the members of the National Executive responsible for criminal justice system were complicity or aided and abetted or participated in the acts mentioned above. The Commission will be asked to report on the effectiveness or failure of the oversight mechanism and adequacy of the current legislation, policies, and institutional arrangements and preventing such infiltration. It will make findings and recommendations for the criminal prosecutions, disciplinary actions, and institutional reform. That's it. Okay. I already have a problem, because at some point we were here. At some point we spent money on these things. At some point we spent $1 billion, more than $1 billion on these things, if I'm not mistaken. And we're still going back and we're doing the same things. But we haven't done anything about what was said. And if you ask me, I can literally say that these inquiries have a way of manifesting in a certain direction, which may either be precedented or not precedented. There is this element, I don't know, like one might even ask a question of, if you are going to investigate yourself, why don't you just exonerate yourself and then we continue with life as usual? Right now we are in a situation where we're going to be paying for the commission of inquiry, and on top of that we're going to be paying for 2 ministers, because the suspension is such that the minister is still going to be getting paid, if I'm not mistaken. That is how things are going to happen, right? So for me, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of money, and one might be tempted to say it's the great way of actually cleaning comrades for them to come back again and maybe come for different position. I don't think this is going to yield the results that we probably are looking for. What maybe most South Africans were looking for is an action that was swift in trying to deal with crime. Something more direct. This to me seems like someone is shifting a responsibility of taking a certain decisions and putting it on a certain commission. I miss President Zuma when times like this happen, because at least that man was able to take a decision to put someone down, say, sit down, chief, you have done enough, you have damaged. There are a lot of things to look at. I mean, if you're an NC member, for example, this is not looking good for you. But it seems as if what is now happening is, let's just wait for time to take over, and then things are going to die down, because this is now more looking like a year, if I'm not mistaken, because I had an interim report on a quarterly basis. That means basically we can reach a year or more than a year. We have seen this movie, we have seen this film happening. While these things are happening, the dockets, for example, are still where Mkhwanazi said they were, if I'm not mistaken, because apparently they said he refused them when they were coming back. A lot of damage could be done. A lot of damage could be done. So I don't understand. Because people that should be out, for example, such as people like Spear, who's implicated, are still going to be working. Unless then the Fanima Simula is going to pronounce something. But for now, it seems as if those people are still going to continue to work. So can we say we are safe? Can we say we have confidence in this SAPS? I doubt it. I just doubt it. It doesn't make sense to me. This is like deja vu. We've had this before. We've seen this before. We are dreaming again. We are back where we started. A decision was supposed to be taken. A proper decision was supposed to be taken. I don't think this one is the smartest decision that is there on the planet when you are faced by this kind, when you are plagued by this kind of problems. We need to have that confidence. We don't have it. We are afraid of the police, as if now, when we look at them as criminals, if you ask me. That's how I'm afraid of having an encounter with a policeman at this point in time. I'm afraid. Because one of these days I might wake up in jail. Next thing, I find myself having to answer for certain cases that I've never seen before. That we expected a lot, man. We expected something big, something changing, We waited for the president to deliberate and discuss wherever they needed to discuss and come back and make sure that we still remain in confidence of what we have as a leadership. We still trust the leadership. But do we trust them like this? I'm not sure. There were a lot of things that have happened before. I mean, the classifying of Phala, and the man in question is one of the people, as it is alleged outside there, that classified that, the Phala. So it's like, it has that element. You cannot ignore it. It's like, scratch my back, I'll scratch your back when in need. That's how it feels like. I don't know. We cannot run away from what cases such as Phala have done to people. You can classify them. No one looks at them. It's okay. We understand. But that you have classified them, it does not take away what we think, for example. It does not take away what we feel, for example. So we are always going to look at these things. When decisions are taken, we are always going to look at these things concurrently. So when it comes to such decisions, to me, I feel like the president shifted the whole responsibility, that he could have just pronounced something and something could have happened. Now we are going to rely on people who are going to pronounce maybe by 2026. We are going to have volumes and volumes again of commission of inquiry that are going to be useless at some point. Not going to do anything. And considering that at some point Mkhwanazi is going to have to step down because of maybe some contracts and whatnot, we don't know what we are going to see. Maybe where we are going to see if these people are serious is, first, they need to renew Mkhwanazi's contract. In my opinion, that needs to happen. That is someone who has worked for KZN. He might not work for other provinces, I don't know, but for KZN he has worked. They need to renew that contract. So that shouldn't be something that they are going to think about. We are still going to discuss that. It should happen to show that they really are in support of what Mkhwanazi is doing. They mustn't let the contract run down and finish it and then everything is fine like that. But there is a lot of problems that are facing our country. And the problem is, if there is a bit, if you are tainted, you cannot take decisions also. That's a problem of the system that we have. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, it's difficult to even talk about these things, but I want to hear from you guys. If you guys are happy about the decision, if you are in support, and if you are in support, why are you in support of such decisions? What could be the reason behind your support? If you are against, why are you against such decisions? But before, as I open the lines, there is an element that is creeping. It's a very serious element of one entitlement. There are people, even mainstream media, who believe they are the Bible of the truth in South Africa. And that is the problem that we are going to have. Mkhwanazi talked about whistleblowers, which are doing maybe some of them great jobs. But I'm tempted, I'm tempted to say that there is an issue with some of these people. There is an issue that we need to address at some point as umphakathi. We need to address the power that people feel they have over us and how we think. There is a problem with that. There's a problem with that. When we are focusing on one direction, that we need to solve and move over to other problems, you come and sort of distract that process. Confuse, if I can use that word. This is confusion. If Mr. Anonymous is a criminal himself, but Mr. Anonymous is exposing criminals, focus on that, finish that. Once that is done and dusted, then expose Mr. Anonymous so that he can also face the music. But this thing of when we are focusing to one thing and then you come and here's the problem. You coming and saying whatever you say about Mkhwanazi, it's okay. But it is a problem for me, I think, if we are going to say what you want to say and then that gets to be supported by mainstream media somewhere, somehow, I have a problem with you if you are doing that. And then all of a sudden the attack is coming slowly towards Mkhwanazi. Already he's dealing with a lot. Exposing such things is not an easy thing. It's not going to be an easy thing. And then you are adding more to him now. How is he going to help us reach the truth that we want to reach if you are coming with your own truth? And the problem is that, are you even willing then to go and stand there and say your truth the same way he's willing to go and stand his ground and say his own truth? I don't have a problem with whistleblowers, but you see, once you start saying things and then those things are supported by mainstream media now and then, and at the same time as you are saying them, then we start questioning. If you want to expose Mkhwanazi, do, but at the right time, guys. Right now, this is what we are focusing on. The president has pronounced on this. People are going to be working on this. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening. We know that other files, other dockets are already out of their hands. There are a lot of things that are happening. How is it going to assist us that you think he is also a criminal? How is it going to assist us at this point in time? Because instead of working towards what is currently happening, he's going to now have to work to defend himself. So are you helping us as the community, or you are just helping yourself to push a certain narrative at the right time for you? That's where I have a problem. And this is where I start saying, for anyone who stands for Africans, and really that person is a Pan-Africanist, those people, most of them, almost 99.9 of them, they are all gone. All of them, they are gone. Anyone who fights for Africans, for anyone who is whistleblowing, most of them, they are gone. And they are standing on the right side. Most of them, they are gone. So we start asking questions and questions and questions and questions and questions. I don't want to have to ask a lot of questions myself. I just want to focus on this thing and let us finish this thing. And then something else is going to be revealed. You can't finish criminality all at once. You can't. No matter what you do, you cannot. Let us focus on one thing. Don't work against us. Don't work against the community. Don't work against the society that is saying, let us push for this man to tell us the truth. Then there will be your time. Don't shine on this guy's shine. There will be your time, and you'll reveal your stuff, and we'll focus on your stuff also. If you have receipts, we'll focus on your stuff. But I don't understand this thing of working as if you are doing what he's doing, or you are adding to what he's doing with a gun on his back. How is it supposed to work? How is it supposed to help us arrive to what we call justice? What are you doing? What are you doing? So guys, let us call. Let us hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear your views. But South Africans, we really have a problem. We cannot work together. That is a problem of South Africans. We can't work together, and most people take advantage of that. The fact that we cannot work together, instead we work to surpass each other and be above each other and sound more informed than other, or even clever than other people. That is a problem. That is a problem. And if that is how we are going to work, we can never unite. We can never unite. All these countries that you see, they also have their own crimes. But at the right time, people are exposed. At the right time. Not at the right price, at the right time. That is the fact. So if you are going to come and push certain narrative, obviously you are an enemy of people that you claim you are assisting. You are not assisting us. You are an enemy of people. We are working on cross purposes. We are working on cross purposes. Expose this. Step by step. Move to this. Expose this. Now, if we are going to come now and start attacking other people, yeah, adding, this is what I'm giving. No, guys, that is the problem. That is the problem. After we are watching, we are just watching and we are folding our arms like, okay, let's hear you. And then you get to understand. You know why I have a problem with this. O'Sullivan comes guns blazing to Mkhwanazi. Immediately when Mkhwanazi released that statement. And then people start coming up with things, coming up with some diggings. And these are people that we, at some point, some of us were regarding them as the fighters of the truth. But after that, what do you call yourself after that? What do you call yourself? And if you show those elements, if you now start showing those elements that we have seen go O'Sullivan, we start seeing them to you, we start questioning you also. The same way we question O'Sullivan, the same way we are going to question everyone else who's doing it. It's either we are that side or you are on the side of we want the truth and it must come out clean, nicely. No disturbance. Don't, Bella, if I am telling the truth about something now, or if I am alleging certain things, and then when you come up with some gagas on my side, it's like you're saying, you point a gun on my people, I'm going to point a gun on you. So you choose. You choose whether you want to continue with that or you stop. So, I'm not convinced. But I know you guys have answers for everything. The number is 071 153 7006. That is for both WhatsApp and direct calls. Let's hear this. Morning, what I think is that they are playing games and wasting the state's resources. We all know the truth by now. We need to sign the petition and demand the truth and closer on that case. Okay? This is someone suggesting. Let's hear what you guys have to say. Call us and tell us. These are things that are very important to talk about. Difficult though to talk about them because we are at that state. You know, I know we have freedom of speech, but I'm one of those who believe that it is limited. I'm one of those who believe that it's not really the freedom of speech that we'll be looking for. So guys, call me and tell me what you think. You know, I will just go through while I wait for your calls to some of people that are here. In case you guys don't call, then I go out easily. Abu Kawe, Coach Dukes, Owe2, Jim Woodley, Bonita, Tepo Makena. Yes, the number is scrolling, guys. I might have hidden it somewhere, somehow. But the number is 071. Let me see if I can. 071 153 7006. That's the number. Today I'm the first one to give this video a thumbs up. Oh, Uncle Naze. Thank you, Uncle Naze. We appreciate you. Tobega D, Innocentia, speed recovery to Emily. Yes. We miss her. Chugu Anna. I'm so disappointed from yesterday until now. I don't know why. Yes, Chugu Anna, we understand you. I'm also one of those people who is not sure how to feel, more numb, or because these elements that you see here, I think we might also see with regards to this Absalom Zungu's affidavit. These elements are elements that would creep in Senzo's case, if you ask me. Greetings to Mzansi. This is Mrs. K. Let's see. President Ramaphosa does not take us serious from yesterday. I'm angry. This is Innocentia. Bongan Dubo, hello family. Yankee, Nico, good morning. Chuku, okay. Musawenkosi saying our president, my daughter. But remember, these are very sensitive topics. But it's interesting to show you is the tools. But I guess right now people are saying we are behind Mkhwanazi for the fact that Mkhwanazi took the matter to the public only because he tried to do it in the right way, but it did not work out due to corruption. It is within the public now to do what is right to do. That is enough. I think this is somewhere Radebe. Outlast chores, 7 days wait to be told about leave of absence and commission of inquiry, which is a norm, if you ask me. Now it has become the order of the day in case there's some allegations that are leveled against some of these ministers. The decision that was taken when it comes to the minister of from DA, it was swift, it was decisive. I liked it, and I cannot fault it. If you decide to go or on the left, while you have been cautioned on certain things, then it was the right decision. If that's what they are saying, that's what happened. So now the problem starts when it's your comrade. You need now to take the very same decision. If you ask me, you have to take the very same decision that you took when the DA member was doing something out of line, according to the president and the rest of the people that were taking that decision. Can you take the very same decision? Or you're just going to go with the commission of inquiry, and obviously this is going to die down. If you ask me, it's going to die down, and then we're going to forget about it. This Chukwana Zungu's father must come to court, and Zungu, I believe that guy, he's going to tell the truth now, and why he lie under oath. That is tantamount to losing your job that you were looking for promotion on. Because yes, basically that's what you, Chukwana, you are suggesting. Yes, he might want or be tempted to tell the truth, but once you are entangled to these things and you are found to be wandering, you will defend your position to the point where you keep your job. I'm not sure if he's going to accept losing his job, because now that would mean he has to go back home, and then protection gone that he would have gotten as a policeman. So there are a lot of things that you have to look at. I think he will remain with what he believes is his own truth. I don't think he's going to change his mind, because if he was to do that, he will be killing his own career that the father alleges that he did whatever that he did in that court for such. So imagine now you take a decision to say, okay, fine. Oh, well, I might as well lose everything because I might not get promotion. Ramaphosa is like Baloyi. The person never loses any case. I'm very disappointed about Baloyi shame. I expected the president to summon Mkhwanazi, Masemula, Mkhunu, and Sbia to come and make the submission to him. Yes, I would have expected that, and maybe call some of other parties that are on a GNU, and also parties that are on a progressive one, maybe one person. They sit down, they deal with this thing. I believe if they did that, it was going to be a shorter. It was not going to need more money. It was just going to be something swift. And then they take a decision right there to say, we are referring this to NPA. Maybe choose. They sit down also to choose who should deal with this within the NPA group. Because I don't think in many ways they were exonerated when Mkhwanazi was dealing with people who might be involved. I don't think in many ways. So they must look at this and say, let us choose which direction we want to take. That would be attacking the crime. Because maybe let me make an example. Take Maleme, take judge, who's this judge from MK, take that the judge guy, and then take maybe ask DA for one person, everyone, and then you sit down and say, we want to take a decision. If it takes 12 hours, us sitting in one room dealing with this issue, so that we can see which one is viable for us. You have all the advice that you need in the house from the previous judge. He's going to advise you. And then you refer what you need to refer to NPA, and you choose the right people from NPA to deal with the matter. By so, you would have solved a lot of things. A lot of money. You'd have saved us a lot of money. You'd have saved us, because immediately you take that decision and the case is stick. When a person goes to court every day, he cannot therefore perform the duties of the ministerial. Then he must step down. It is only fair. Step down, don't get paid. Let other people who are doing something do something. While you are exonerating yourself, if it happens that you are exonerated, then your space is still going to be there. You will come back and work. But to make it easier for the public to trust us, we need to do away with you. Because by payment, by anything, in a sense, you're saying you're still connected to this person. You're still indebted to this person. And then deal with the issue of the police also, because there might be an element of interference. Already it is reported by Mkhwanazi, but there might be even more. Deal with that also. He just wants to lose focus. He just wants us to lose focus. By the time the commission of inquiry is done with the investigation, we would have forgotten about this matter. That's my feeling. President doesn't want to save money, Mr. Anonymous. He's a spender. That is a very painful. The problem is the whole system is corrupt. Taking the right direction won't make any difference. Sinking in. God bless Azanias. Sinking in someone. Sinking in Bafwetu. If that is the case, sinking in. This is Brew Anon. Thanks for the good work you are doing in informing the public at large about the things that are happening as deep secrets of the corrupt governments. This is not happening only in SA, but in the most of the African-led governments. The sad thing is, whoever tries to expose the corruption system, either they are killed or they are silenced in a way or the other. The sad thing is the masses of the people of all African countries don't stand up to fight for such victims. It is said Mkhwanazi is exposing a very rooted corruption which Ramaphosa present not to know or present not or pretends not to know, yet he's part of it. Allegedly. The commission he is establishing, who voted the people to be there, as citizens still are left out. We cannot even talk of rather the most, I won't read that, judge who does not see through his eyes, who does not see through his eyes, but see through his blinded glasses. It's disturbing where our generation will be left at with this old mafia grouping, especially in South Africa. Government, good for Botswana and Zambia for now. This is all the way from the United Kingdom. So you guys don't wanna call. The NPA come to tell us. The NPA is still struggling with the Omotoso issue. They are looking for reason for acquittal. Why didn't they act within the given time they normally are given? Why now? Why now? Why this late? But it's fine. Let's wait and hear what they are going to say. But I don't think Omotoso should have been exonerated, in my own opinion. In my own humble opinion, I don't think Omotoso should have been exonerated. And in my own humble opinion, I'm going to say this. It's not famous. It's not going to be famous. It's not going to be nice with you. There's Christianity that we believe exists and people believe in. There is no way a pastor from Nigeria is going to come here to deliver you. What is What is why can't you be delivered by South African pastors? I don't have any problem with that. But to travel all the way to open the church in South Africa, really? You're saying you are working for South Africans? Really? There's no way, man, guys. There's no way. And we have been found wandering all the time. All the time. What happens to believing in your own prayers? What happened? Why should we believe in people? So you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that God can hear you. You need a Papa to be heard by God. I'm not attacking Christians. I'm Christian too. But look at what is happening. We have to deal with now after that. People crying, people saying all these things. It's your words against their word now. You go to court, you have to extradite people because there are other elements that they could be doing. Not alone. You know, we are facing these issues now. We are facing these issues, but at some point, we need to come back as Africans and speak an African language that will be understood by native. We need to do that. We need to deal with the problems that we are facing. We have a lot of problems that we are facing. And like this, there is no way in hell we will ever solve these things. Others are too drunk. Others, they don't have time. They are praying to such an extent that they even don't have time to themselves because they go to work. They come back in the afternoon from 7 to 10 or from 7 to 12 at midnight. They are praying at their churches. They are giving. They are doing something. So when are we going to get time then? When are we going to get time to talk about what is affecting us as a country? Because we are so divided. We are so divided. We can't even do one thing as a group. If it's not that, I am Venda, you are Tswana, I am Zulu, so we cannot speak the same language, so we cannot agree to something. You find other people defending people just because. There is no way we can ever speak in one language. No way. And that works in favor of such things when they are happening. That works in favor of such things. If you talk about, hey, we must go and do something, someone is going to tell you, Nina, I have to go to work. The nature of things in South Africa. We are far apart. We cannot even hear each other shouting and crying out loud. Mkhwanazi is crying out loud for people of South Africa. For people of South Africa. He could have just kept quiet and chilled down and finished his pension and went and enjoyed his life. But he decided to come and stand and speak to you. But we are still at cross purposes. Some are exposing him for whatever reasons. It's convenience time to them to expose him now. Some are saying he's corrupt, yet they are claiming to be fighting crime. When you ask them why do they have to attack him at this point in time, they don't have answers except that he's corrupt, he accepted certain bags. That's the problem with South Africans. Exactly the problem. So we will forever not find each other. We will forever not find each other. We can have this conversation, for example. Look at how difficult to get even a call of people calling. It's hard. It's hard. It's difficult. Immediately others hear, oh, these ones are talking about this. I'm conflicted. You cannot think of your own country. You think of your party before you think of your own country. You cannot think of your own country. You think of yourself as the alpha of certain things. So anyone who dares to walk in the very same path that you walk to, that person is deemed as an enemy. So I don't know if you guys are ready to talk about these things. I don't know if it's the right time to deal with these things. But I can tell you, it will forever be hard to deal with these things, because when you talk about them, once you start thinking about, hey, Mkhunu is Zulu, so I must defend Mkhunu, or you are out of line. This is my comrade, I should defend him. You are out of line. You are no longer thinking about South Africans. So until maybe tomorrow, where we will be talking about other stuff, I think I'm tired of this. It's a very exhausting journey. I think for me it ends here, because I don't think anything is going to come out of it. It ends here. I'm done. I'm finished. I cannot take it further than this. It will be milking it. But the issue of Senzo is not far from these issues, if you ask me, in my opinion. The issue of the case that we deal with couldn't be that far from what is currently happening. So I don't know, guys. If all is well with you, all is well with me too. There is nothing I can do or say that will change people's mind. I'm trying to see if I cannot show this number. Oh yes, I can actually. For those who say they don't know the number, there is a number that you normally call, 071-153-7006. That is normally the number that you will get hold of us on. But again, since someone called. Mkhwanazi, hello.
Anonymous.
Yes, sir.
Usibonge mona ekhaya.
Yebo mfethu.
Wethu futate wethu.
Mvo uyazi kulezi insuku kunonto nje evukile engingayazi nami ukuthi ngayichaza ngithini. Imambe phansi manje ke nami ke ngila ngoba ngithunywe uyena cha uqhubeka ndoda. Uqhubeke nje uphushe ngizobuya.
uNkulunkulu abenaye Anonymous, ungahlali wedwa.
Ya mfowethu, hayi siyathemba khona kusafani sekuba ngubo makhaza, akusafani khona.
Anonymous, sibonga man, yazi esikubongayo Anonymous, sibonga ukuthi uNkulunkulu washo nakudala wathi akukho okwenziwe kubunyameni kodwa ekugcineni kungaveli.
Yebo.
Wathi niyokwenza Ezitshela ukuthi nifihlakele kodwa egcineni khona kuyozembulela. Sibonga nje Anonymous ukuthi into ebesiyisho kusuka kudala ukuthi hayi kuyadlalwa ngathi emhlabeni ungabe kwenzenjani. Nalabo futhi ade bethi hayi laba bafana bayayazi. Usengenileke manje umdalo wangena phakathi kwethu wathi hayi ngisoziveza iqiniso mina ukuthi cha ade bethi abafana bayazi lento bebeqinisile. Ayikho lento ngoba besilokhu siyibuka lento kusuka sisho qaleni ukuthi ayi kwaze kwadlalwa ngathi madoda man. Hey kwadlalwa nangemali yethu man. Hayi
kushayisa amakhala mfowethu.
Hayi kwasishayisa amakhala nje kusuka ekuqaleni baba man. Ekuqaleni Anonymous nje azange sayikholwa nje lento uyibuka noma beyikhuluma bethi bayizama ukuyichaza. Hayi uyibone nje man. Sibuka nasenkantolo ama-defender makukhuluma wona kuyathukuthelwa ayathethiswa kodwa makuqhamuka ngapha bestate kuze kuhlekwe. Hey cha sibukile imihlolo Nkosi yami. Angeke sisho lutho kodwa nje sishiyala umagama ukuthi hayi siyibukile imihlolo man emzansi. Hey kodwa hayi sibonga lokho nje Nkosi yami ukuthi hayi ubaba usekhulumile futhi ke noma kungenzekalani ngoba ushilo ukuthi sekukhona okungenzeka empilweni yakhe kodwa yena ukhulumile baba.
Sikuzwile lokho besikholwa ukuthi kuyikhona.
Besikholelwa kukho yebo. Uqedile baba Nkosi yami.
And akekho futhi obemkhombe mhlambe ngenjumbane
lutho
lento ubexoxela nje yena.
Lutho baba akukhahlelwa ngazivala kwenziwa ngalutho kodwa nje Nkosi yami uma ngimbheka ubaba uhamba noNkulunkulu ngoba ngisho ngene epolice station uKaselo uhambela yedwa nje. Embone ehamba hayi yena uNkulunkulu umbekile. Hey kodwa lo mntwana lona ngaze ngikubone lokho.
Yeah.
Hayi angikwazi ngangizwa besho kudala bethi umuntu omdala ethi angizalanga ngabo lamathumba. Hayi angaze ngiyiqala into enjena man. Hayi asiyazi kodwa sazele sisho.
Kwakuvele kusobala njengezinqa zesela.
Futhi uyiphoyisa elafungayo. Uhamba wona uzotshela umhlaba wonke ukuthi wahlala nabantu ababuka benza yonke lento le. Hayi khona man.
Ayenzi sense.
Hayi khona uyazi futhi okunye Anonymous bese kubuka mntaka baba ukuthi umthetho othalona siwaziyo noma ngabe ba innocent abantu abasenjeni noma ngabe ngempela kwangena izigebengu kodwa phela uthi umthetho ake nisichazele.
Yebo.
Kwena kubonayo. Futhi especially umuntu ayeze ngaye lo mntwana wakomeyiwa lapha endlini ubalulekile lowo muntu ukuthi abizwe. And zize ziningi izinto ozibonayo ukuthi ufanelekile ukuthi akabizwe makuzovela igama lokuthi uthe sethi ufuna ukuhamba waphuma naye phandle wathi ukumisa wathi awini usujahe. Leyo nto ingakwenza ukuthi ube suspicious hayi ukuthi mhlambe khona kwazi kodwa ufuna ukulandelwa lapho because kuyacingwa.
Yebo.
Akasabizwa ngani ukuthi hayi awusitshele wena wawuze uthi ukuthi umbize umzibazise ethi ufuna ukuhamba kwakwenze njani. Yebo bezochaza lokho kodwa akabizwa umuntu ayeze ngaye okuyena singaye ukuthi mina ngangivakashele lo muntu wayevakashele lona akabizwa lo muntu lo. Tshela inganekwane uyabuka nje man uyabuka nje
eyikhona kubuhlunganyana noma ke sekuhamba isikhathi ngoba mfowethu ezinye izinto evela isikhathi sesihambile ubheka nje untanzi ube nomsebenzi angiboni ukuthi usawuphinda abuyele kulo msebenzi kahle nje ukuphuma kwakhe mawukuthi uyaphuma impilo yakhe yonakele.
Kodwa ke mabe neqiniso Anonymous kufanele abuyele umntana abantu ngoba kwakulokhu beshila ukuthi asiyazi lento ngisho lo mfana kaSibiya ulokhu eshile ethi ngangibatshele ukuthi angazi lu create istory lapho uzwe nje nawe yazi anonymous ake sikhuluma nathi iqiniso. Uyabona umuntu uma into ekhuluma into ayaziyo.
Yeah.
Uyamuzwa ukuthi lo muntu ukhuluma iqiniso. Umuntu uma ekhuluma into engelona iqiniso uyamuzwa. Uyabona nje uma umuntu create istory uvele nje uzwe ukuthi hayi la hayi kahle nini sanokudlala ngani.
Usitshela inganekwane mina.
Ngisha ngasibeka piece by piece kodwa nje uma uyethi inganekwane mina ilanga libalele nje siyakuzwa nje ukuthi hayi mfowethu wena usethele inganekwane ayikho lento yakho manje.
Namanga ngathi.
Bese kuba yikho ukuthi ke phela ngoba mayisiqalwe ngechannel yomthetho siyohamba ngalowo mthetho kodwa njani ubone ukuthi hayi cha kuphethwe lutho lapho ayikho into ekhona lapho.
Hey mfowethu.
Hayi
ngiyakuzwa mfowethu ngiyakuzwa.
Kodwa nje sibuhlungu ukuthi lento yasethusa manje ukuthi yini lena ehlasele iSouth Africa ukuthi ayiphile ngalendlela ephila ngayo ngoba lendlela esekuphilwa ngayo eSouth Africa really it's out.
South Africa yazi ukuthi kuzofika isikhathi sokuthi umuntu ohlala edrobheni kuzofana nje nomuntu ohlala emakhaya
kakhulu.
Umuntu uyabheka nje kuyaya lapho ngoba ake siqale nje nezinto nje imfuno nje eziba khona esedrobheni engasekho manje usuzucukela ukuthi ube semakhaya.
Yebo kakhulu.
Engazi ukuthi umuntu ongenayo indawo emakhaya mina nje ngokukwami ngokubuka kwami lo muntu lo usenkingeni enkulu kube nguye ngabe ngiyaphuthuma ngiyithole noma nje ngibeke iqhogwana nje lendlu kodwa ngibe nayo indawo engiyothi mangibuya ngibuyele kuyo.
Yazi anonymous lento oyithintayo yazi angazi ukuthi inkosi yami singathini ngoba kwanayo lento oyisho ngoba uyisho iwubuqili lento isifikile nasemakhaya usuyayibona. Usuthi uyakhomba ukuthi hawo bekuyunxiwa la kwaZulu lapha leli hlathi laseliyakhulu yazi ngihalela ukuthi ngibacentele leli hlathi ukuthi awusakwazi ukuyithinta isingeyendona ngade nkosi. Kodwa shembe
sekukhona ubugebengu yonke indawo.
Sekuyindlela yokuqola indawo leyo. Yindlela yokuqola izindawo lezo.
Hayi no mfethu ake sibonge sibambe.
Anonymous uNkulunkulu abe nani bafowethu manje ngoba uyabona ukuhlaziya lokho enikwenzayo manje niyalekelela izwe nkosi yami
siyabonga mfethu.
Bafowethu
siyabonga kakhulu
ukuthi anazi ukuthi sinithanda kangakanani manje.
Siyabonga.
Abazali benu manje sithi babusisekile imali yabo ukuthi banithathe abanisesikoleni abadlalanga ngayo bafowethu.
Siyabonga mfethu.
Nazi ukuthi nathi semva kwenu.
Sibonga kakhulu,
Asibonga anonymous. Yebo mkhulu.
Mzansi, hello.
Hi Mizano.
Hi sir, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Not bad. We've had bad better days though.
Yeah, I know. I get feel for you. I hear you. Yeah. So what I was going to say when it comes to what happened with the president is I want to call them the liberation parties, the ones that liberated us from colonial rule. All those parties in the greater part of Southern Africa, they behave the same. They'll always protect one another. If there's no need for you to protect someone, you must take action. Really simple action. Yeah, because this allegation that came with Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi is not like an ordinary person just walking around the street and then he comes and then he starts saying something like that.
Yes,
he's a provincial general or highest policeman in KwaZulu-Natal.
A very decorated one, to say the least. By the way, is one of the decorated generals.
Yes. And he's coming with this information. The only simple thing that the president was supposed to do was to stand down this minister and everyone who was involved in the story, including the deputy commissioner, stand them down, and then he can come with this inquiry. If you see the minister that he had stood down, even if the minister is there or is not there, it will not really impact the commission of inquiry that he's talking about. You get it? Ms. Anu, you're quiet now.
I do.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, it was quiet. Yeah, it will not. The standing down of the minister, it will not change much. Otherwise, there is people who are in the police who are working with the minister. Those are the ones who must get out of the way, including the deputy commissioner. What I was going to comment to say is, for something big like this, no action is done. I'm telling you, that deputy minister from DA, I'm not taking a party, and I'm not comparing ANC, DA. I'm just saying he's a deputy minister. This one is a minister, so I'm looking at them as executive. That guy traveled to UK, to US, and he get some amount of money, and then he was stood down.
Yeah.
Decisive action.
Yes.
You should have even done the same thing in this case. Take decisive action and make sure you are playing non-nonsense approach to anything that tarnishes the government. But if you look at it, there is not this. It's not this police minister only. There's other one from, I think it's higher education. The other lady who is busy doing her own things there, and nothing is done about it. And you tell me you're serious about fighting corruption. You're serious about fighting. You can't be serious if you're doing that. Your actions must speak on their own. Mr. Anu, I want to give you an example.
Yeah.
About some lady. She was a minister here in the New South Wales government in Australia.
Okay.
She travelled with a government issued car to fetch her husband and kids, a distance that is 3 hours away from Sydney. She went to pick her husband and kids, and then it was reported in the newspaper that she's using the government car for things that are not supposed to be used. You know what? She was fired. Something small like that. She was fired. She's no longer a minister.
What country is this? Australia?
Yes, in Australia. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it's in Australia. Yeah. She was fired for a simple thing. She instructed her driver to go and fetch kids and the husband. But remember, the car is supposed to be used by her because she is the minister. The car is supposed to be used by her, not to fetch kids. She must use her own car to do that if she wants to do that. Because it takes her petrol that is in that car. It takes her that are paying for that car. You can't be using it. But she was fired for something small like that. My other question before I go.
Africans, we can do that.
Yes, that is exactly my point. It's just, unfortunately, they don't do that. They always protect one another. They pretend like they don't know what is going on. And you are the one who are like left with an egg on your face without doing anything. And all of them, they do the same. Whether you're talking about the one that is from the northern side of Limpopo, where I come from, or this southern side of Limpopo, where you're coming from, they behave the same. That is going to be my comment. And then my question, Ms. Ano, before I go.
Yes.
Did Makaleni is the guy who was outside, the one who saw the goat pit, yeah?
Yes.
Did Makaleni in Senzo Mewa's case, did he know Longwe Twala Jr.? Did you know him? Did you know him before?
He was not questioned about that.
Yeah, because the reason where I'm coming from is if he sees people running and this is goat, but if he does not know that this one is Long, this one is Senzo, this one is the other Twala, Senzo's friend, if he doesn't know them, then he cannot say it's a suspect. Because it's true that he saw people running, but did he see accused three, or is Twala Junior, or is the other Twala, or someone who was running?
You see, what you're asking is true.
Yeah.
But you see, the problem of it is that if the investigation, in my opinion, was done properly, you would get such questions.
Yes. And they will be, and the investigating officer will also be able to explain it, to say, this Magalen, he knew Zandi's boyfriend, and he knew Kelly's boyfriend. So there's no way he could confuse the two. But if he just saw people running, for me it would be very high risk to assume that he saw the suspect. Because even if he saw Longwe running, he could assume he's a suspect. Because remember, he was running after the gunshot. So it could be anyone. It could have been anyone. But anyway, we can't wait for the 25th. We are almost there. Thanks, Suzanne.
We are slowly getting there.
Yeah.
You'll be disappointed.
All right, all good.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's my problem. You see, we are too excited about this 21st, but we still have to go through the process of whatever that was happening. Greetings, Caesar. We still have to go through the same process that was happening in that court, I think, until then, the time where the defense can. I think that the only thing that can relate this info, as much as the judge does always emphasize on reading, I do read and whatnot, this one is probably going to miss it. Probably going to miss this one, I can tell you. He's not going to say, I read, by the way, I heard. No, this one is not going to do that. I don't think he's probably going to miss it. By mistake, I guess. But as a person who reads the news, Boshwashwi, as he would say, I don't think he's going to come and say, yeah, I read Daily Sun or something like that, or I heard Daily Sun. No, I don't think he's going to do that, because that will be introducing the very same thing that might later be introduced. So he's probably going to miss this one. But in all honesty, just press the like button, guys. Let's reach 200. In all honesty, in my opinion, this case should have been stood down. In fact, for starters, it was not supposed to be enrolled. But then the word such as investigation still in progress while they are in court, I guess they were used. And then that sort of allowed this, if you ask me, baseless case to continue on the basis that they were still investigating further. That's why at any given time, they can come and say, oh, we have discovered 1, 2, 3. But Absolum, I don't know how they're going to get out of it. I'm still trying to look as to which direction they can take. I don't know. I really don't think that there is a way out except for Absalom Zungu to, I don't know, maybe to pass away before that, God forbid. But I'm just thinking, what else is left in the market? What else is left to actually change what we had? Because what we had it. Everyone knows about it now. It's no longer a secret. It was a secret when it was not told. We were told that whatever that statement that is there is coming from Absalom Zungu. And people believed it. It was too nice. People believed it. They ate it up. Now Absalom Zungu has come out and said, no, that's not me. So then what from here? Do we charge the investigating officer? Do we? I'm just asking a question. Because that means you'd have falsified information. Where did you get the statement? And very interesting, evidence in loco was done. But I think Gideon is not going to come back to the stand because he will be giving a chance to the defense to ask this question. He will be giving a chance for a defense to ask this. Where did you get the statement of Absalom Zungu? Which is going to be very interesting days of our lives, if you ask me. Very, very interesting days of our lives. But never underestimate cupcakes children. They will find a way out. That's the problem. But let's see how they are going to win this one. Now, the only interesting thing is, but I'm not writing them off. I've seen worse. I've seen AVL not recording where it was supposed to record, in my opinion. I've seen a lot in this case. So I cannot write anything off. I cannot write anything off. But let's wait, guys. Hey guys, ngiyavala because I see which until tomorrow, if you are here, and tomorrow we will then talk. Bruno, FFC. What is FFC? 9 more likes. Please just press the like button, guys. 9 more likes to reach 200. Yes, they will say Absalom Zungu is lying. Wow. Lying about his signature. Simple, Mr. Anonymous. Absalom Zungu will never be called, and when the defense is asking him to be their witness, to be their own witness, Rata and the state will allow that. They will say Zungu is there. Oh no, but once they are done with their case, then they close it somewhere. It's over. Everyone, even if the people that were in their list, but they didn't call, the defense can call those people as their own witness. So once they finish, if Baloyi comes back and say, my case, my lord, is done now, the defense can then resume. Everyone the state did not call, everyone is going to fall on a defense selection list. They can select those people, they can take them and use them to create their own case. So I think on their pocket, there's one little twist that I can foresee, is for them to call Absalom Zungu, to force him to come as their witness. And if that happens, anything can happen. But again, let's hope Wuti. Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't reach that. They tried getting out of the FFC saga. Bruno, what saga is that? Oh yeah. I remember. No, I remember that one of of the number. Yes, yeah. I hear you. But right now, I can say this. Abona they can take a back seat at this point in time. The person to call, if you defend, the first person to call is Absalom Zungu. That's it. Call Absalom Zungu. And then you can follow Ngayo Makubo or anyone else. But the first person to call is Absalom Zungu. So that's my opinion. And that is if the state does not say, oh, by the way, we said this is our witness, we are calling him. No, it's possible. It's very possible. It's very much possible. And they can, and already there were claims. Yeah, you are right. There were claims that the guy Buthelezi who flipped, he was threatened. And we looked, we couldn't find any reason why the judge alluded to that. They said there's a video and whatnot. So what, are they going to say that is the case with this guy? I ask us. No, Mjiako Gasena Sting. And I don't think Mjiako ever had, when Anio F2, he was ever going to be called. Never. I don't think so. They couldn't. There are many things that are going to undermine unless the accused says, okay, you can call him. Then that client lawyer privilege then is lifted. I don't know. But I don't think Mjako was ever going to be called. And I don't think if Mjako was called, was ever going to assist the defense. No. It was just going to be for entertainment and for whatever reasons. But for defense, to actually defend well their clients, I don't think Mjako was ever going to assist them in any case. So the NPA must explain why they didn't arrest Kelly, who made that decision, and why we need to see the letter or email. Very interesting days in our lives. This case is not coming to court. Yeah? This case is not coming to court. Which case is that one that is not coming to court? Are you talking about the very same one that is we're talking about now, the sensor one? But again, Asas, let's hear what tomorrow has for us. Today actually has for us. Guys, thank you very much for being with me on this journey. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I hope the days of Emily coming back are very close, because I can't start this case if Emily is not here. I cannot. I'm not going to do that. She plays a very important role then when it comes to that. I cannot. For now, let me thank you and appreciate you. Press the like, Mr. I know the Senzo case, but you will delay everything now. Allegedly. What? Ah, yes, No, I get you. But you're saying it's not going to come back on the 21st. Let's see. But at some point, because everyone's under pressure, even the NPA himself is under pressure. Now, things are just a bit murky when it comes to how the state of South Africa. So, everyone is under pressure. So, everyone needs to deliver some way, somehow. So, we don't know how people are going to come. But eventually, we do expect it to come back. And thank you very much, guys. We appreciate you. Press the like button on your way out. Thank you for staying with me.